Ben Harrison. I'm an account manager for ToukanLabs. ToukanLabs is an organisation that owns a system called OpenEyes, which we can see behind us on this screen. OpenEyes is an ophthalmology electronic patient record system. So unlike other EMR solutions, it's just very specific to ophthalmology, the specialty that we are working with. And there's a big reason for that. Ophthalmology and ophthalmologists need their own version of an EMR because ophthalmology is such a nuanced and specialist field. It's so much kind of detail and information involved that you need to be able to visualize all of it on a screen, just like the one we can see behind us over here. So it may look quite cluttered and busy, and that's because it needs to be.
Yes.
The amount of information that's on there relating to a patient is vital for that ophthalmologist to actually make a good decision about their care as well. So an ophthalmologist can see all of their medical history in a click of a button. They can see a photo of the patient's eye. They can see the progression and the degression of an eye, let's say a retina or an AMD. They can actually track that patient and then make really good decisions about the medications that they're on. So, for instance, I've taken a photo of the back of someone's eye in 2020. I've then taken one in the preceding years. I can then look at all the OCT images of that patient's eye. I can then go through that period of time and actually look and see exactly what's happened to the patient. So has their eye condition got worse? Is the medication working? Am I treating them properly? Do I need to try and change the way I'm treating this patient? But it's all about having everything available in one screen, in one place. As I said, we're not a replacement for an overarching EMR. We're something that plugs into them. So integration is a really big part of our work. So we integrate with all of the patient record systems, in the UK, it's something called the NHS Spine, so that's patient demographic solutions, all the clinical devices that come with ophthalmology, and there are probably one too many of them. So you've got OCT scanners and fundus cameras, and we integrate with all of those devices as well.
Cool.
Images are transferred seamlessly using DICOM image transfers straight into the system. Again, all within a click of the button. So it's a fantastic system.
And are you finding, because you've got presence in different markets at different stages, and as you continue to look around the world into different parts, are there similarities and requirements, given that it could be quite a consistent clinical workflow, or are there regional specific nuances that you're finding need to be kind of retrofitted in to be able to suit a certain market?
I mean, absolutely. I think a really good example is just the UK market compared to the Australian market and the way the healthcare is delivered. It's quite similar on the surface, but actually the mix of public and private, the need for actually using up Medicare cards, for instance, the different systems out in Australia means that the offering is slightly different, but only in an integration way. So the actual system itself completely fit the purpose in any market that has an ophthalmology department. There's obviously key things. For instance, Australia needs a billing solution attached onto it. Other markets require various other integrations to come into it as well. It could be devices that we don't work with at the moment in the UK or Australia or further afield that we then have to kind of consider and think about how we actually then pull in the necessary data from that new device. So they're probably the only caveats. But I think in terms of what we actually offer, the solution itself, it's ready and built for any ophthalmologist and any ophthalmology department. But obviously each healthcare system is slightly different. It's just about molding yourself and making sure that you can work with them and delivering something that works for everybody involved. So.